I disagree.
Just in case you didn't see that, I'm gonna do that again. Just in case you didn't see.
Number 2? Yes.
Just beat Dallas. So I'm very happy I bought this. Extremely happy I invested in this. This was a good investment. You know what wasn't a good investment? The investment Lakers made in LeBron. That was not a good investment.
It was a good investment last year.
In the bubble. It's easy for him to win in the bubble. This ain't no bubble. This is Chris Paul and Devin Booker in front of the fans.
Man, we had injuries, man. What come with that?
Injuries. Injuries, okay. Alright. I just want to answer this one question. You think the only reason LeBron didn't go to the Nets wrong was because of injuries?
Yep.
You think the only reason the Lakers didn't go through is because of injuries?
Yep.
I disagree. And this is why. Chris Paul played the whole series injured.
LeBron too.
That is yet to be proven. I don't know. I want to see the medical report. When did LeBron get hurt? LeBron played the series tired, not injured.
LeBron said he was not 100%.
He meant he was tired.
Nope.
He's 37 years old.
He had a lot of rest.
He's 37 years old. He was tired. It's okay to admit you're tired. You know what I saw in game 1 versus the Suns? LeBron had black hair. You know what I saw in game 5? It was gray. He was tired.
I don't know what TV you're watching, man. Black hair, gray. What are you talking about? The man was injured. And he fluctuated for the Lakers.
New King of LA.
And his partner, Anthony Davis,
New King of LA.
got hurt. And those young Suns take advantage of it. But I give Suns their props. Let's see what they do the next series.
Kawhi Angeles. Sounds good. LA Leonard. Sorry, back to you. Suns. That's gonna be a good series.
Yeah, versus
Suns versus the Nuggets.
Yep.
I'm gonna give the Suns the edge because I think the Nuggets would need Jamal Murray.
So you're trying to say they give the Suns to win the series?
Yeah.
I disagree. I tell you what. One guy, MVP, Joker.
There's another argument for another day. I do not believe he should be MVP even if he gets it. But Joker, fantastic player. Guess what? Ayton is a very good player in that position. Michael Porter, fantastic player. Guess what?
Of course.
Guess what? Bridges, fantastic player.
Bridges look good.
You're sleeping on Bridges. Alright? Devin Booker.
Rivers.
The fact you just called Rivers' name means that we not even having this argument anymore. Rivers, Devin Booker, really?
No, I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying.
Okay. CP3. There's no Jamal Murray. They would have needed Jamal Murray in this series. This is the series where Jamal Murray is needed.
I would say that, yeah, but we have enough, I believe, a Joker to win.
I gotta go with a man who deserves a ring more than anybody else.
Who we got?
CP3. He's going to pass the second round, play in the conference final.
Man, CP3 one knock away from being injured and out. And when he go down, you know what happened?
Devin Booker happens.
Nope.
Devin Booker.
No, the Suns go down.
Devin.
He's their leader. If CP3 don't control the game, it's no Suns. Devin Booker is like a baby over CP3.
I'm gonna love that match. Ayton versus Jokic.
Yep.
I want to see. I think CP3, if he stays fit,
Of course, he won.
will be the difference in that game. Michael Porter Jr., who I think one day will be an all-star,
We agree on that.
he's going to be important in that series. But nobody in that team stops Devin Booker. No one.
Devin Booker get his points. But no one's gonna start a Joker. So today, even it out.
No, it doesn't even know because I want to see if Aiton can slow the Joker
No,
down.
no.
And CP3 can create his own shot as well as create shots for other people. Bridges, Payne, these guys can shoot. And they might, you know what?
Who's that new guy that the Nuggets signed? For the Magic.
Gordon.
Right. He's an X factor in this series. Yeah.
Gordon will be important in this series. I forgot about Gordon. I apologize. Gordon will be a very, very important factor to this series.
And that's the reason they're gonna win.
I think you brought up Gordon. That's a good point. But I'm sticking with my guns. There's something about CP3.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley calls him the best leader in the NBA, and I agree with big old Charles.
I agree with you with that. That we told you. When he goes down, and he injured, like says second game.
See, this is why I'm betting against Nuggets. What kind of team has to hope for a player on the other team to get injured?
It's not hope. It's just, you know. I know Harden was going to get injured. What happened? I know Anthony Davis was going to get injured. What happened?
Anthony Davis gets injured every year.
Right.
It's a norm.
CP3 as well.
But CP3 has Devin Booker.
Devin Booker have CP3.
Okay, you're right. Devin Booker has CP3. If CP3 goes down, then there's still Devin Booker there. And DeAndre Ayton, I don't think he can stop the Joker, but he might be able to do what Kawhi did to LeBron in the finals when Kawhi won his first finals MVP. He might be able to slow him down.
You mean by game 50 to get 40?
Hey, if you can't stop him, yeah, at least go slow him down. You slow him down and Booker get 50, CP3 get a double-double, that's game.
So you say you got the Suns.
The Suns.
I have the Nuggets.
Well, I just disagree with you. Get distracted, you know. He's the new king of LA. Get distracted. Speaking of new king of LA, we gotta talk about Clippers versus Jazz now.
The next series.
Before we do that, I want to give a special shout out. Sports Jerseys FC, located right there in Sargent Village, Christchurch. So where I got this from. You can get all your Kawhi Leonard jerseys there because no one else has jerseys worth buying.
LeBron James jerseys as well.
So let's talk about this Clippers versus Utah Jazz matchup. I'm interested to hear what you think about this because I know whatever you're going to say is going to be absolute rubbish because you speak the nonsense. So I'm just going to be here to guide you along and help you get to the correct outcome. So let me hear the nonsense and let me help you.
Well, first and first, I have the Jazz winning.
The nonsense starts.
But I give you like 2 games.
The nonsense continues.
And I tell you why. Because you don't have no one to guard Rudy Gobert. You see what that tall guy did different than he did to Zubac? What is your counter for that?
Boban is 7'3".
And how tall is Gobert?
Listen, Gobert in the paint will kill Zubac. I'm not going to argue that. No one with any sense will argue that. But if you watch the game against Dallas, when Boban got in the paint, Zubac was not in the game, who was on Boban? Who was on him?
Kawhi?
Who was on him?
Did he start him on scoring?
Who was on him?
Did he start him on scoring?
Oh, he stopped him scoring when he needed to stop him in the important times. It's a damn good jersey. Give me a damn good jersey. No, don't touch my jersey.
A little dingy.
This is why the Clippers are going to beat the Utah Jazz. So you think Utah Jazz is going to win?
I didn't finish.
Well, whatever you're about to say, I'm going to disagree with. I just disagree.
Donovan Mitchell. He's back. Hungry. Jordan Clarkson had a bad series last series. So you know it. 6 months of the year. Hungry. Number one seed for a reason. And again, disrespecting. No one take this guy serious. Everyone says it's a fluke. We're here to prove there's no fluke.
Nobody wants to see Jazz versus the Suns in the conference final.
Jazz versus Nuggets.
Because the Suns are going to the conference final.
Here we go again.
But everybody wants to see Kawhi in the conference final. See, you're missing the point. See, you're getting distracted. You started calling names and other little things. You started saying Jordan Clarkson and Spider Mitchell and all these other guys. Fantastic. They'll do well. But did you hear me say Paul George, Batum, Reggie Jackson?
Because there's no factor on your side. There's Rondo.
I'm not even calling Rondo's name. The reason I don't have to call those guys' name, because the Claw, the Terminator, the new king of LA,
I disagree.
is playing for the Clippers, and he is enough to get you over the hump. Listen, if Rondo, Batum, Paul George, Zubac, Trey Mann, Morris all got hurt today, Kawhi would still beat the Jazz.
So confident.
He would still beat the Jazz. It would just be him and DeMarcus Cousins.
What?
And he would still beat his Kawhi. You don't bet against Kawhi. Why would you bet against Kawhi?
I gotta say that. You gonna put a bet on it?
I'll put a bet on it. Kawhi's gonna get past the Jazz. Now they're the number one seed, so it ain't gonna be a run over. The Dallas series was a run over because Doncic is the next best thing. He's gonna be the new face of the league. People say Zion and LaMelo. It's Doncic.
I agree on that. One day. After the king retires.
Yes. After LeBron.
Yeah.
After LeBron.
Yeah.
Got knocked out the first round of the playoffs.
After LeBron retires.
After LeBron got knocked out the first round of the playoffs, Kawhi became the king. So when Kawhi retires, Doncic will be the best player in the NBA.
So when Kawhi get knocked out the second round,
he'll still be the king.
how?
Still be the king because he made it further than LeBron, and he's not going to get knocked out the second round. I'm not even going to sit here and argue, because normally I like to argue facts and stats and all these things. I'm not going to argue that. I'm just going to say Kawhi. You're going to ask me why Clippers are going to win? Kawhi. You want to ask me why Jazz are going to lose? Kawhi. Ask me something. Kawhi.
So you said Clippers gonna win? I disagree.
Not the Clippers. Kawhi.
Moving on to the East.
Mm-hmm.
The new champions coming from the East. Brooklyn Nets versus Milwaukee Bucks.
34. I'm just looking at Giannis' stats from the last game, that first game. 34 points in 35 minutes. Okay. Right? Now I'm going to look at KD's. He says he got 10 rebounds, 29 points in 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Before we go any further, let me stop you there. Do you see Harden's stats?
Harden played 43 seconds.
Exactly. Had a slight hamstring tightness. And he still won.
First of all, the Nets got 4 future Hall of Famers on their team. They got 4 future Hall of Famers. If you miss one, your team's still in bad shape. But, see, I know you're going to say the Nets going to win this series.
I said the Nets going to win everything.
Anyhow, I'm not going to say the Nets won't win this series. But what I will say is that I would not say the Bucks wouldn't win either. I think the Bucks have a chance. I think, first of all, I don't have to say anything about Giannis, 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. Y'all know what Giannis can do.
I think you have a chance of winning one game.
I think the Bucks may be able, like that much, could steal this from Nets. Brook Lopez, if he defends the way he's been defending, Giannis continues to give you that 30 points a game. Middleton did not show up. Middleton went missing. They're still looking for him. They can't find him. They're all over Brooklyn looking for Middleton. They haven't found him yet. Giannis called his parents, asked him if he went home. No one has found Middleton. He didn't show up for the game. They're looking. Middleton. Look at his. Can't even find him on the stat board. 36 minutes, 13 points. 13 points in 36 minutes. Brian Forbes, ask any Milwaukee fan, if you need a man to shoot a 3-pointer, who do you want? They'll tell you Brian Forbes. He didn't score any. He didn't get any.
You know why? Because he's no Harris.
Pat Connaughton, 3-point shooter. Double D, Dante DiVincenzo, injured. Another 3-point killer. Drew Holiday had a okay game. I can take that from Drew. That's what Drew would normally give you. PJ Tucker, job just got a little easier. PJ Tucker's job was to defend Harden.
Really?
His job was to defend Harden.
I thought he did defend Kevin Durant.
Nobody can defend
That's how he did in the regular series.
Listen, did you see how that worked out?
Yeah, I saw.
No one can defend Kevin Durant. You don't try to defend Kevin Durant. You just let Kevin Durant be Kevin Durant. It's like trying to defend Kyrie Irving. Even when James Harden gets hot, you can't really defend him. Then you got Blake Griffin, who's playing well. The Nets, this is just a ridiculous team.
But you know, right?
But the Bucks, this is why he's the Bucks' outside chance. If Middleton shows up, if Forbes and Connaughton can continue to shoot 3-pointers like they have been, Giannis will continue to give 30 points a game. Brook Lopez continues to defend the way he's been defending in these playoffs. They have an outside chance of upsetting the Brooklyn Nets.
I disagree. You put in all your stats just now. Let me show you mine. Kevin Durant, 29 points. Harris, 19. Blake Griffin, 18. Kyrie Irving, 25. James Harden, 0. Mike James, 12. Brown, 6. He usually gives us 15. Shamit, 2. 2! When even Nets you see him get 2 in another game.
The next
We play so poor. Claxton, 4. Never again is gonna happen. We play so poor and yet we still won. There's no chance. There's no chance Bucks could beat the Nets.
There's only one guy in the Bucks team in that last game. You talk about play poor. There's only one guy on that Bucks team that scored more than 15 points to assist Giannis. And I believe it was Drew Holiday.
Correct. Your point?
My point is, Middleton did not, if Middleton was there, they won by 8 points. 8 points? You think if Middleton played well, the Nets would have won by 8 points? You can't say Brooklyn played bad. Okay, Brooklyn played bad. But let's not act like the Bucks played at their best.
If Bucks play their best, Nets play their best, it's all the best.
I'll tell you what, I think this series, the Nets have to be at their best on each and every game, or the Bucks are going to upset them.
So why we beat them and we're at our best?
Because they weren't at their best either.
So your point is invalid.
No, I think if the Bucks are at their best, Nets have to be at their best. This is not the Celtics. This is not just Jason Tatum.
That's not the Heat. That's not Jimmy Butler. Let's just go there. That's not Adebayo.
I just want to say, I think
When I had 4 left, when I had
Heat's had more better players around Butler than Celtics had around Tatum.
when I had a kid walk, I'm running to the Nets. I never read a kid walk stops.
Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and speak the nonsense. I'm not gonna say that the
I
Nets
have nothing to say.
that the Nets are gonna get beat by this team or that team. What I will say is that I don't think that this is a cakewalk for the Nets. I think the Bucks are gonna push them.
Yeah, I guarantee that we need this push to when we get to the conference finals that we're ready. We need this little jab. You understand?
Well, the conference finals is where it ends for the Nets. The conference finals is where it ends for the Nets. Because when they meet Philadelphia, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Danny Green, Seth Curry.
Joel Embiid, the guy that's 1 fall away from an injury.
I think you like seeing people injured. I think
No.
You just
It just
always speak about injuries.
no.
When I talk about the game, I'm assuming everyone is healthy. I don't take injuries into consideration until they happen. So let's assume everyone is healthy.
I'm realistic. We all watch the game. We can see.
We're assuming everyone is healthy.
Okay?
Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Seth Curry,
Yeah.
Danny Green, Tobias Harris.
Yep.
At times Dwight Howard. They could be the guys to dethrone the Nets, or rather stop the Nets from going and represent the Eastern Conference in the finals.
Big up my guy Javon. You're talking about rubbish. He's talking, they can't even get part of the Hawks. A guy with Trae Young.
One game. That was one game.
Trae Young. Lou Williams. Yes, we do no more. Darren Harry. I call him bench spread, by the way. Capella. How your guy shut down most of the game?
He scored 30.
Onto the referees.
He scored over 30.
Onto the
He
referees.
scored over 30.
Onto the referees bail him out.
Hey,
Ben Simmons can't shoot 3-4 for a lick.
I'm not gonna argue that.
This defense, they're trapping my guys and fouling the guys, and the referees are blowing it.
Listen,
And I don't get started on Doc Rivers. Oh Lord, let me start on him. The most overrated coach in the world.
okay, this is where the nonsense has to stop. I'm just gonna touch the Doc Rivers thing for a moment. I have always said Doc Rivers, fantastic defensive coach. He's a great coach, fantastic coach. Then I saw what he did with Clippers, and I will admit I was wrong. Doc is overrated. But how could you sit here and honestly say, I mean, you're so comfortable speaking the nonsense. I mean, I disagree with you so much I can't even get my point across. You sitting here and say that the 76ers got help from the referees?
Yeah.
How much did the Hawks win by? How much did the Hawks win by? How big was the Hawks lead?
You mean at first, the first lead? Like a 27 lead.
And great defending by Ben Simmons, great scoring by Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid brought them back in the game.
Yeah,
No help,
yeah.
No help from referees.
Yeah.
No,
But the guys, the Hawks, relax and take their foot off the gas.
that's because and that's my point. I think they will continue to do that.
No.
Because they're a young team. They don't know how to get themselves over the edge yet.
They
Can't get over the hump.
Just like the Suns. Whenever they're going to beat the Lakers, this conference group.
But this is the difference between the Suns and the Hawks. One man.
Chris Paul.
CP3. The Hawks don't have that. Don't get me wrong, Trae Young is going to have a fantastic series. Trae Young is going to show the world he's a superstar. But he's going to have to go home after this series. Because not only is Philly going to be too much for them, Philly got too much. They won one game, that is great. But Philly has too much in a 7-game series. And not only will Philly have too much for them, Philly's going to go having a 7-game series because they're going to go 7 games against the Nets, and they're going to have too much for them, and then they'll go to the finals.
It's a little weird where the priority reverse. They go to the finals. Who would they face?
That's only one team that they're going to face. Sorry, my apologies, not team. One person they're going to face, the new king of LA, Kawhi Leonard.
And who is going to be? Oh, you know, a big argument for Philly.
Well, going back to the point you made about Doc Rivers, I think he's going to throw it away because...
You hear that now? You hear that now? No, we don't want the Nets goal. But you know your boy can't see my guy, Kevin Durant.
Hey, I think Kawhi and Kevin Durant have been at it before, and they've both come out. It's been a tie when they went head-to-head. I think the difference is that I think Kawhi does not have James Harden. Kawhi does not have Kyrie Irving. Kawhi doesn't have Joe Harris. But that's okay. That's okay. So, because when Kawhi and KD go up against each other, that's fantastic to watch. But Kawhi's not going to just be able to guard KD. He's got to go and guard Harden. Who else can guard Harden? Don't tell me Paul George. Don't say his name. We're not allowed to say his name. Donis didn't even want the man's jersey. Did you see that?
I saw that. That was hilarious.
Paul George took off his jersey and Donis looked at him and laughed. No. Who you? Where's Kawhi's jersey? Listen. Clippers might be the second greatest one-man team in the history of NBA.
This has been the nonsense stops. The Nets is going to win the championship. They're going to get past Bucks. They're going to beat Hawks in the conference.
They might get past the Bucks. They're not going to face the Hawks. They're going to face Philly, and that's going to go all 7 games.
And they're going to butt the Nuggets in the finals.
The Nuggets?
Yeah.
Oh, no. The Nuggets?
Yep.
You must be hungry out here talking about Nuggets. No. It's going to be Clipper Nation versus 76ers.
You stick on that?
Mm-hmm.
Or disagree?
It's going to be Paul George.
Or disagree?
Trying to get his first ring. You disagree?
I disagree.
You disagree with me?
Yeah.
Well, I disagree with you.
Hi, I'm Barbados of the I Disagree podcast. Here's a question of the week for you to debate in the comment section. Who do you think will come out of the Group F in Euros? The group consists of France, Germany, Hungary, and Portugal. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to I Disagree podcast. Thank you.